I've just signed myself up to do an adventure race in September in Brisbane, which is approximately 5 months from now. I've never done an adventure race before. I don't really know what's involved. I know I've got to do a bit of running, a bit of kayaking, and a bit of mountain biking. The biking will be fine. Kayaking, I haven't done for 10 years, and the running, I've never been a runner. But I thought it'd be interesting and a bit of fun to have a go. So first of all, I've got to find out where I'm at. Okay, so I've come out to one of the local trails near my house in Sydney, and we're going to see what I can do at the moment. This is day one, month one. According to this, in the schedule, they did a 1 kilometre run, which needed to be done in less than 20 minutes. And then there was a 9 kilometre bike ride, and then there was a 4 kilometre run. Look, I'm going to try the 1 kilometre run and then the cycle. I doubt I'll get much further, but let's see what happens. This is horrible. I feel like I'm waddling. Oh, my legs and my knees are so not used to running. It's just horrible. What am I doing? Okay, I'm back at my car. I've done 1 kilometre and it's taken me 12 minutes, which actually, according to that schedule, would mean I would finish, but I would finish dead last. Anyway, next we're going to do a bike ride, and again on the schedule it says 9 kilometres, which I've done on this trail many times, so the distance doesn't bother me. I'm not sure of the time. I'll put it up on the screen and show you what time I've got to do it in, and we'll see how we go. Well, all I can say about that running part was that experience was a little bit humbling. I couldn't even get to start running, so we've got a long way to go there, but I've got an hour to do 9 kilometres in my cycling, so I'm not so worried about that. But it's not just a matter of cycling 9 kilometres, it's the combination of run, cycle, kayak, and then run that will slowly wear me down. So that's 9Ks done in a little over 30 minutes. I think the basic time they're giving you is an hour, and they're saying slow times are 2 hours, so we've got plenty of time. That's hopefully our little secret weapon, because sure as hell ain't going to be the running part. Anyway, let's go and find out about the kayaking part. So we're now the following morning, first thing in the morning, and I'm about to go into the local gym and use their rowing machine. To be able to do a beginner's rowing for 1 kilometre, I need to be sub 4 minutes 30, and to be, middle range, I need to be sub 3 minutes 30. Okay, so that's a kilometre done on the rowing machine, and I was actually quite surprised. I was averaging 4 minutes 20 per kilometre, so that gets me 10 seconds faster than the absolute basic level of being a rower on one of those machines. And then I've got to be able to sustain that pace for 4 kilometres. So today's exercise is a combination. I'm going to do, it's 9Ks off-road on the bike, and then 3, maybe 4Ks of trekking out in the woods. One of the issues of not being a spring chicken anymore is that not only is there weight and fitness that have to be dealt with if you're trying to get ready to go and do one of these adventure races, but it's also dealing with joints. Like, after having gone for this trek, my hip's hurting. It's probably just old and unused and will get fitter, but yeah, it's not good. Well, all I can say is there's a long way to go yet. Down in this valley and we can't find one of the markers. It's bloody killing us. Okay, we're now pushing our bikes up a hill. I'm knackered and we've only got about half of the timing markers we need to get to, so yeah, we're calling it quits. Okay, so we're not did not finish, but we've certainly pulled out before the end of the race. Excuse me, I'm eating sweets. One of the things we've learned very clearly is that on the map it said headquarters, but it had been moved and we hadn't realised that. So when we tried to trek back to the headquarters, we were going the wrong way for a long time. And we've gone, what should have been a 3 to 5 kilometre initial trek became a 12 kilometre trek. So once you do that, then you back it up with a 3 or 5 kilometre kayak. Your hips are hurting. We've then just started doing the cycle ride and we've gone, look, we're never going to finish. We're missing so many markers already because we've just taken 2 extra hours compared to what we should do in a 6-hour race. So we've pulled the pin. So what have I learned? I've learned quite a few things, but a couple of really important ones. The first one is you've got to do your own navigation. Watching everybody else running off in different directions and they've all gone in one direction, we went in a different direction and we were going the correct way. But what we hadn't worked out with our navigation was where the start point was. Now, I know that sounds pretty obvious, but it's actually very hard to do in these sort of races. And we were not aware where we were starting from. So therefore things started to get very lopsided and wonky very quickly. The second point that I've found is no matter how fit you think you are, and some of these distances don't sound too difficult, but once you're out in this sort of rough country, yeah, it gets quite tricky quite quickly. I think I'm reasonably fit for an old bugger, and I think I'm fit enough to be able to do these, but yeah, an improvement in my fitness would definitely help and definitely be worthwhile. So now I'm back in Sydney, and is that the end? Is that our first and last adventure race? No, it's not. Jack and I have been talking, and we've decided we enjoyed ourselves. We had a lot of fun, and we would like to get some race redemption. So we'll be doing another race in a couple of months' time. It's in Sydney, it's on the North Shore, so it's probably not too far from here, and we're going to have a go and see if we can improve on our time. So our time, we came dead last. There were 61 teams and we came 61st out of 61. But we still enjoyed it, we still had fun, and I think there were some things that we won. The seasons have changed from late autumn all the way through winter, and now it's early spring. And instead of spending another winter tucked up in front of the television, putting on an extra couple of kilos, letting my joints get a little stiffer, I've been out. I've been in the woods, I've been cycling, I've been getting out and enjoying myself, and along the way I've got quite a bit fitter, quite a bit more mobile, and I've even lost a few kilos. So that's how I feel I've won, and during the process I've learned a lot about adventure racing. There's a lot of things I would do differently. There's a lot of things that have been great fun to do. There were some parts that were very difficult, but overall it's been a great experience. If you like this sort of content, please consider subscribing. I think I'm about just under 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to see the channel grow, subscribing would really help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another video.